Okay, I'm reading Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed. Very interesting. Genesis 19. That evening, the two angels came to the entrance of the city of Sodom, and Lot was sitting there as they arrived. When he saw them, he stood up to meet them. Then he welcomed them, and he bowed low to the ground. My lords, he said, come to my home to wash your feet and be my guests for the night. You may then get up in the morning as early as you like and be on your way again. Oh, no, they said. We'll just spend the night out here in the city square. But Lot insisted. So at last they went home with him. He set a great feast before them, complete with fresh bread made without yeast. After the meal, as they were preparing to retire for the night, all the men of Sodom, young and old, came from all over the city and surrounded the house. They shouted to Lot, where are the men who came to spend the night with you? Bring them out so we can have relations with them. Lot stepped outside to talk to them, shutting the door behind him. Please, my brothers, he begged, don't do such a wicked thing. Look, I have two virgin daughters. Do with them as you wish, but leave these men alone, for they are under my protection. Stand back, they shouted. Who do you think you are? We let you settle among us, and now you are trying to tell us what to do? We'll treat you far worse than those other men. And they lunged at Lot and began breaking down the door. But the two angels reached out and pulled Lot in and bolted the door. Then they blinded the men of Sodom so they couldn't find the doorway. Do you have any other relatives here in the city? The angels asked. Get them out of this place. Your sons-in-law, your sons, your daughters, or anyone else. For we will destroy the city completely. The stench of the place has reached the Lord, and he has sent us to destroy it. So these angels were sent there as a warning. So Lot rushed out to tell his daughter's fiancés, quick, get out of the city. The Lord is going to destroy it. But the young men thought he was only joking. At dawn the next morning, the angels became insistent. Hurry, they said to Lot. Take your wife and your two daughters who are here. Get out of here right now, or you will be caught in the destruction of the city. When Lot still hesitated, it's like he has ADHD. When Lot still hesitated, the angels seized his hand and the hands of his wife and two daughters and rushed them to safety outside the city. For the Lord was merciful. And I hope he's merciful to me because I'll be the same. I'll be like, oh my gosh, do I stay or do I go? Help me, help me. He's going to have to yank me up, and my kids too. For the Lord was merciful. Run for your lives, the angels warned, and do not stop anywhere in the valley, and don't look back. Escape to the mountains, or you will die. Oh no, my lords, please, Lot begged. You have been so kind to me and saved my life, and you've granted me such mercy, but I cannot go to the mountains. Okay, that would be me too. Sounds like fear. Disaster. Sorry, I'm kind of. Disaster would catch up to me there, and I would soon die. See, there is a small city village nearby. Please let me go there instead. Don't you see how small it is? And then my life will be saved. All right, said the angel. I will grant your request. I will not destroy that little village. But hurry, for I cannot do anything until you are there. From that time on, that village was known as Zoar. The sun was rising as Lot reached the village. Then the Lord rained down fire and burning sulfur from the heavens on Sodom and Gomorrah. He utterly destroyed them, along with the other cities and villages of the plain, eliminating all life, people, plants, and animals alike. But Lot's wife looked back as she was following along behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. The next morning, Abraham was up early and hurried out to the place where he had stood in the Lord's presence. He looked out across the plain to Sodom and Gomorrah, and he saw the columns of smoke and fumes as from a furnace rising from the cities there. But God had listened to Abraham's request and kept Lot safe, removing him from the disaster that engulfed the cities on the plain. Let's go over here. We're going to back up to Genesis 18:22. And let's see how merciful God was. Really, really, and truly was. The Lord remained with Abraham for a while the two other men, which are angels, went on towards Sodom. Abraham approached him and said to the Lord, "Will you destroy both the innocent and the guilty alike? Suppose you find 50 innocent people there within the city. Will you still destroy and not spare it for their sakes? Surely you wouldn't do such a thing, destroying the innocent and the guilty. Why, you would be treating the innocent and the guilty exactly the same. Surely you wouldn't do that. Should not the judge of all the earth do what is right?" And the Lord replied, "If I find 50 innocent people in Sodom, I will spare the entire city for their sake." Then Abraham spoke again. "Since I have begun, let me go on and speak further to my Lord, even though I am but dust and ashes. Suppose there are only 45. Will you destroy the city for lack of 5? And the Lord said, "I will not destroy it if I find 45. Then Abraham pressed his request further. "Suppose there are only 40. And the Lord replied, "I will not destroy if there are only 40. "Please don't be angry, my Lord," Abraham pleaded. "Let me speak. Suppose only 30 are found." And the Lord replied, "I will not destroy it if there are 30. Then Abraham said, "Since I have dared to speak to the Lord, let me continue. Suppose there are only 20. And the Lord said, "Then I will not destroy it for the sake of 20. Finally, Abraham said, "Lord, please do not get angry. I will speak, but once more. Suppose only 10 are found there." And the Lord said, "Then for the sake of 10, I will not destroy it." The Lord went on his way when he had finished his conversation with Abraham, and Abraham returned to his tent. So that's very interesting. The mercy of God and the patience of God is pretty incredible. I can imagine that I would be pretty impatient and saying, "Just get on with it. Ask me your question. Be done. Whatever." But anyway, excellent story. And it is a good story to remember for our time.